The topic for this video is what to share on social media and how to create social media content effectively. So I'm going to talk about different content creation strategies from my perspective. So this video will solely be from my perspective to make it more interesting. So I'm a small YouTuber. I started my channel in January this year, 2017, and I have not spent so much time on my channel. I work full-time as a teacher and I have a family, so I don't have so much time to spend on creating videos and writing scripts for videos and on researching. These months, since January this year, I have learned to be more and more effective. So here you will learn about the strategies I, as a new YouTuber this year, 2017, have developed to create videos and to create content on Facebook and other social media platforms. So I started this channel, Clear-Eyed Entrepreneur, in January this year, 2017. But before that I had a poetry channel for some years and I didn't upload videos very often there. I uploaded a few of my own poems. Some poems I have written in English. Most of my poetry is in Swedish, but I've written some poems in English, and a few of those poems were recorded into videos and I uploaded them to my poetry channel. And I also uploaded poems from very well-known authors such as Kafka and Emily Dickinson. And I didn't get many views, and that's probably because I didn't tag the videos at all and I didn't promote the videos at all. But I am convinced that it's possible to make a poetry channel very popular and successful. The reason I started a new channel, an entrepreneurial channel, Clear-Eyed Entrepreneur, is just because I found it more interesting and more fun. So my two main interests in life are poetry and entrepreneurship, and that might seem like two very different topics, but for me they are very similar topics. So I see poets, great poets, as a kind of entrepreneurs, and I also see the poetry in entrepreneurship. For me there is a lot of poetry in really good entrepreneurship. So when I started this channel, Clear-Eyed Entrepreneur, I wanted to get more views and more subscribers. And I started to learn about search engine optimization, and I put more effort into producing good thumbnails, and I also started to put effort into making interesting videos. But since I don't have so much time, I try to be as effective as possible. So I'm now going to give advice on how to create good content effectively. Choose a niche which you are really passionate about and which you really love to talk about, because then you will have a lot to say. And the same applies to what to post on social media. So your posts on social media should be about topics and questions which are really interesting to you and which you are really interested in talking about or writing about. So if you are curious yourself, the videos and text you produce will be more interesting for you to make, and they will be more interesting for your audience as well. So try to make videos and write about topics you're really curious about. My next piece of advice is don't be a perfectionist. One of my first videos on this channel was about perfection versus quality. And I'm very happy I wasn't a perfectionist when I started this channel, because I didn't have the time to be a perfectionist. So I tried to learn and improve my video quality and my skills in promoting on social media. My next piece of advice is repurpose your content. So if one of your videos gets very popular, then you can use YouTube's transcription of that video and remake it into a text or a blog post. And this might seem boring to you, but when you do this, the blog post won't be, in the end, the blog post won't be very similar to the video, because as you start working on the text, then you will get a lot of new ideas, and some time has passed since you made the video, so you will work a lot of new ideas into the text. It is so often said that YouTube videos posted on Facebook don't get so many views, but I've seen that that's not true. If you post a YouTube video on Facebook and it gets a lot of engagement, then it might reach hundreds or even thousands of people. I've seen that often on my Facebook pages. And it's even better if you post a picture and add a link to your YouTube video. That way you will get a better reach. And if you want to get an exceptional reach for your video on Facebook, you should upload your video or an excerpt of your video directly to Facebook. So what kind of posts get popular on Facebook? What I've seen is very obvious. If you make posts about topics which are really interesting to people, and if you make original content with a unique perspective, it will get a lot of engagement. So, what kind of posts get the best engagement on Facebook pages? From what I have seen, it's the posts when I post links to videos or texts about topics which are really interesting to people and which are really genuinely helpful. So this is so obvious that it's important to keep in mind. And as I mentioned previously, I have noticed that when I make videos and texts and social media posts about topics and questions I am really curious about myself, then those posts tend to get a lot of engagement, because those questions I am curious about, those questions are probably questions a lot of people are curious about. So that's a red thread I recommend you to follow. Make posts about topics you are interested in, which you are very interested in and which you are very curious about, and about what you know a lot about and like speaking about. And then we have another aspect, and that's the quality of your pictures. So it's very important to have eye-catching pictures on Facebook, as well as it's important to have eye-catching pictures as thumbnails on YouTube. So I tend to prefer bright colors and very clear texts on my thumbnails on YouTube. And on Facebook I use the similar kind of picture, or sometimes I just use my YouTube thumbnails on Facebook. I often just use my YouTube thumbnails on Facebook, and that's also a way to create content effectively. I can reuse the pictures I already have made. But keep in mind that you shouldn't have too much text on your pictures on Facebook, because that will get you worse reach. Okay, and my last tip on how to create content effectively is something I should practice more myself, but I can't now really because I have a full-time job and I'm quite tired when I get home in the evenings and I have to relax in the weekends. But my tip is, if you have the opportunity, create many videos in a row. One day this summer I created, I think it was 4 videos in a row, and those were 4 very good videos in my opinion. So that's a very effective way to create content. Create a lot of content when you have the inspiration and when you are happy about creating the content, then it will be really good. And also you don't have to bother many times about the lighting and the studio setup. So that's something I'll try to do more. Maybe on Sundays or Saturdays I could film several videos in a row. Those were my tips on what to share on social media and how to create social media content more effectively. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you're very welcome to write a comment below with your best tips on what to share on social media and how to create content more effectively. And you're very welcome to subscribe to this channel, and you can like the video if you got something of value out of this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.